may be seated. You know what? Sure. Give me one. Okay. They're all up. Okay. So this is 23 CF 475 State versus Josie Dikeman appearance.
Matthew Tarbinson and Emily Rude, official of the state, also present as state's counsel. Today was investigative sergeant Rich Collins.
Good morning.
Morning, Judge. Ms. Dikeman appears in person with her attorneys Chris Sacker and David Bowles. Also present is paralegal Emily Sanchez.
All right. Anything we need to talk about before we begin this morning, Mr. Toberson?
No.
Mr. Zacher?
A couple things, Judge. One, I would note for the record that after the parties left yesterday, it was apparent that we had two exhibits with the same number. They were both initially labeled as 248. One was a photograph of, I believe, the Justice for Alexavier rally with Major, and the second was the case note that Mr. Bowles used to impeach Ms. Barton Wagner. So I believe the case note has been since relabeled as 251. Obviously, the court received it in its older form. We would offer it as 251.
Okay, we received it as 251, the case note. Anything else?
Yes, Your Honor. I wanted to make a greater record of some of the issues that came up yesterday,
Okay.
particularly with regard to the counseling records that I was not permitted to ask Major about. The records are clear that the concerns of the parent bringing Major in, Ms. Dikeman, was with his lying, his dishonesty, his violence towards his siblings, including his violence towards Alex. It was clear in the notes from the counselor, Mr. Ryland, that Major didn't like going to counseling, that his father didn't agree with going to counseling. His father hasn't allowed him to go to counseling. I think that all would have been admissible subject of inquiry under 906-16, and particularly with other witnesses to corroborate that was the rationale for the counseling itself. I'd also note, Judge, that we've had a number of people reach out to us who have been watching the streams on the local television and on court TV, and apparently there have been some comments during Major's testimony that I missed when I was in the moment, but apparently in front of the jury, Major referred to me as a motherfucker, and there were some moments of somebody appearing to coach him. I can't tell from where because the camera was on me, but you can hear clear voices whispering no in response to questions that I asked, to which he subsequently answered no about his recollection or his memory, and then another remark saying not well standing when I was asking Major about where Ms. Dikeman was kicked. We intend to try and clip some of that up, put it on a flash drive, and preserve it with the record. But to me, it sounded like Major was being coached as testimony was ongoing. Additionally, I would like to note that it's our position that the coordinated wearing of red throughout the courtroom, including by Ms. Rude, the victim witness coordinator. I didn't see what Mr. Tarbinson was wearing, but and others, was clearly coordinated. It was clearly coordinated with the state. It was clearly coordinated by the state when Major was asked about why he's wearing red and why others are wearing red in the courtroom. There was a motion in limine where the court prohibited in-court demonstrations. This appears to be an intentional violation of that motion in limine. It improperly puts public pressure on the jury. It improperly appealed to emotions. It was improper, irrelevant testimony. All these things combined, Your Honor, at this point, we're moving for a mistrial. In the alternative, we're going to ask the court to issue an instruction on Major that his testimony should be disregarded in its entirety for the evidence of the coaching and the evidence of the other improper comments, and that the jury can consider whether or not a witness was coached. I wanted to make this record before Brantley testifies because upon being shown some of these clips this morning, it's very clear to me that somebody was coaching this child from the gallery, and we're gonna insert that video evidence in the record, hopefully over lunch on a flash drive.
Okay. What is, I mean, I'm not sure how the coaching, I mean, my observations of Major is that he put his head down and he didn't want to talk to anybody. I mean, I'm not sure how you can coach him if he's put his head down.
It's audible, Judge, in the court TV stream.
Judge, I think it's audible because it's the microphone from the state's table, and Ms. Rude and I were actually talking about objecting to the question that was posed by Mr. Zachar, because when he asked about the kicking, the question about the kicking presumed that Alexavier was standing at the time of the kicking, and that's not what was said in the forensic interview. What was said in the forensic interview is that he was already on the ground at the time that he was kicking. So Ms. Rude and I were having a conversation about whether or not we would object to that. I believe that's what the microphone picks up because the microphone's closest to us. We were not in any way, shape, or form coaching, and he can't hear what we're saying in that side conversation. Your Honor didn't hear it. The defense didn't hear what we were saying. I think the microphone probably picked it up, and that's why it could be heard on outside. But that was the discussion we were having. I never saw him make that statement. I was watching him the entire time that he was testifying. There was no coaching going on from the state's table. There was no coaching that.
Okay, all right.
Do you want me to address the other points or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I don't even remember what the other points were, but.
There was one about the coordinated demonstration of the red shirts in the courtroom.
I don't believe there was a coordinated demonstration. I think he wanted to wear, Major said he wanted to wear red for Alexavier. I asked him that question. That was something that he told me during prep. I was not wearing red other than a little bit of red in my tie. I wore a blue suit yesterday. There were other individuals that wore red. There was no statement made by any of those individuals. The bikers did not wear their gear. I think there were 2 or 3 bikers that came. They sat in the back. They left the room. The vast majority of the individuals in the courtroom were all wearing their normal clothing. It was not like a Badger game, which was the reference that was made. I found it to be the direct opposite. The victim advocate who wore red was only in the room when Major testified, was not in the room for the rest of the testimony. So.
I note Ms. Rude was also wearing a red dress, and there were multiple members of the family and people who have been present throughout court also wearing red. I disagree with Mr. Torbenson. In my view, the majority of the gallery was wearing red.
All right. First of all, I made this comment yesterday. I can't stop people from wearing clothes, but I can stop them from demonstrating. I don't want there to be, I don't think the prosecution, I'm not saying is rude, you necessarily wore red because everybody else was wearing red, but that shouldn't really be happening because there shouldn't be this is not a protest. This is a trial, okay? Being asked for mistrial, unless you can show me other evidence, there's no basis for a mistrial right now. Now, the issue on the issue of the demonstration, on the issue of Major testifying, the court has had some more time to reflect on the issue of the counseling records, and there was on the sidebar, Anderson was submitted, or was sort of asserted out. Anderson was about the ability to access counseling records and a person's ability to essentially a victim a victim in particular has the ability to not give permission to get to their medical records. But it sounds like, but that's not the situation. It sounds like the medical records were already within hand of the defense. The issue really was, could Major be asked a question about it? And I didn't allow that to happen. Quite honestly, I had no idea it was going to happen. And I didn't allow it to happen other than the fact that he was going to counseling. Now, I'm going to ask another question. Is there another witness that has anything to do it? Because I think what's going to happen is that Major would have said, I don't know. And you would have been stuck with an answer of, I don't know. So what was the plan if he said, I don't know?
We have the certified medical records available for impeachment. We have a records custodian.
With a child? You're going to show a child, here your medical records? What was he going to do?
We can introduce them through a records custodian, Judge.
Right.
And I think like that's both a recorded recollection and a prior inconsistent statement. So we do have those records available.
Okay. The objection being raised at the time, again, but at this point, I'm not telling you can't do that. But I also think that even though I didn't allow the questions to be asked of what the substance of the records were, I do think it's relevant that if somebody is going in to counseling and one of the main purposes is that their tendency to lie or to have other behavioral issues, and no matter what the witness, child or otherwise, that could be relevant, could be, to be fair to the state. I mean, you haven't seen them. I don't know if the state knows exactly what's being talked about or how it would be brought in. So I will, we'll go upon that issue when it happens. I am not going to strike Major's testimony. I don't think that's appropriate. I think it's appropriate to impeach it. And I'm also not going to grant a mistrial because I don't think either one of those things are errors in the first place. But secondly, even if they were, I don't think they had that much influence on the jury. I would ask those who are watching, remember that these issues of neutrality need to be maintained. And I just, rather than create more problems, don't create more problems, that's all. As far as what was said, there's two things that bother me about that. Obviously, the prosecution has a right to talk about whatever you need to talk about. What bothers me is that the media somehow picked it up and it was in the streaming. There is a button that you should be able to push that turns off your microphone. Let me just say, does it turn off? Do you have to hold?
You have to hold it down.
All right, you can change the setting on the bottom. So you can, when you push it down, it turns off, and then you have to turn it back on to be heard, though, just so you know.
Okay. The only other thing I would say relative to this record is the case that I was referring to is State versus Johnson, and it overturned Shifra, and
Right.
Shifra dealt with mental health records. These are mental health records. And it said that there's both confidentiality and privilege, and the privilege has to be waived for them to go into it, and there's no waiver of that privilege on this record anywhere to be found. And so for them to even approach this subject with impeachment, there needs to be a waiver of that privilege, either by Major or someone on Major's behalf who has that legal right. The mere fact that they have confidential records does not obviate privilege. Privilege is under 905, and it's separate from confidentiality, and that is made abundantly clear in State versus Johnson. So without that, they can't go near it.
Judge, I agree that there's a distinction between confidentiality and privilege, but I would note that Johnson addressed the Shifra process that existed prior to that and effectively overruled Shifra and the old discovery process. Johnson, in my recollection, does not address admissibility at trial.
Yeah, reading Johnson, I don't believe it addresses it. It's a question of getting access to the records, the mental health records. There's still privilege that's there. The question is who has the ability to waive privilege. And I think the question really was, usually the parents have the ability to waive privilege. for kids. Do not. We're going to have to deal with this when the time comes, and we'll look at Johnson and I'll cross-check Johnson. I mean, also the problem with Johnson, and I'll just say this, that there's no remedy in Johnson, really. That's one of the issues. That I think there is I understand why they overturned Schifra, but the problem with Johnson is that Johnson created a situation where individuals can have a very relevant characteristic that could be relevant to trial, but there's no remedy to figure out what to do. The only other remedy is well, not allowed to exclude the witness, right? Not allowed to get the records. So I don't know what the remedy that the Supreme Court envisioned at that point.
My recollection of Johnson is that the remedy that's suggested is that the witness is asserted privilege and the jury can be told that the witness is asserted. I also think there's case law that when the defendant is the parent or caregiver that's on trial, they cannot be the one to waive their privilege and then benefit from that waiver.
Yeah. I think that's correct. I mean, that's why I said that's where we get into this conversation, because the state had indicated that the child had not waived privilege, but it really is not up to the child because it's a child. And that was the problem. All right, having said that, we will deal with, I mean, if the issue is informing that the records will not be allowed to get into because the privilege is being asserted, we'll have to do some type of jury instruction at that point.
Okay. And Judge, I just learned of some of the recorded content here this morning. We're going to do our best to get some clips onto a flash drive, submit it with the record, and at that time I am going to be renewing our motion both for a mistrial and then the alternative for an instruction on coaching.
And my only request would be that we be able to see and respond before it's...
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any other issues?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I think the jury's ready. All right. And so we can bring the jury in from the state's perspective? Yes. And defense? Yep. All right. Bring the jury in.
Why don't we wait until after, now I think about it, just because I'm going to want to go back on some of the...
Oops. Not working. Let's start things and we'll have to go. Hopefully it works. We'll see. You may be seated, everyone. Good morning. I will just say right when you walked in, we saw the TV is not working and that blinked. So we're not sure exactly. We might have to take a break to try to reboot everything. And I apologize. Let's see if we can start and go from there.
Thank you, Your Honor. State recalls Daniel Swedberg. And we are eventually going to play more videos this morning too, so.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Is it, before we begin, is it going to be soon that you can play the video pretty soon, or do you have a lot of questions?
Probably 10 to 15 minutes, and if you, do you want to break now and get it?
No, we can just shut it down and reboot it while you're asking the questions.
Okay. We're fixing technology.
Hold on one second. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. You're turning that off. That worked. All right. Keep our fingers crossed. All right. I want to swear you back in, and then we'll go back in. Go ahead.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony given in this matter shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Good morning, Ms. Swedberg.
Good morning.
Can you just restate and spell your name again, please?
Danielle Swedberg, Danielle. Swedberg, Swedberg.
When we broke yesterday morning, Attorney Zachar had asked you some questions, and then we left for the lunch hour. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Okay, so this is my opportunity to ask you questions in response to what Attorney Zachar asked you yesterday morning, okay?
Yes.
And then we're also going to watch some of the additional forensic interviews that you did that involved this particular case. Okay. One of the questions that you were asked was about forensic interview protocols and the protocols that you have training in. Is that fair?
That's correct.
Do you remember those questions?
Yes.
You were asked about WFIG.
Yes.
WFIG stands for the Wisconsin Forensic Interview Guidelines.
Correct.
Okay, and that is not a specific type of forensic interview guidelines that you are trained in per se. Is that fair?
That's correct.
Okay. Are you familiar with the National Children's Alliance?
Yes.
Does the National Children's Alliance provide guidelines for all protocols of forensic interviewing?
The ones that are nationally recognized, yes.
And you use Corner House?
Correct.
That's nationally recognized?
Yes.
Okay. And you're familiar with the Wisconsin Forensic Interview Guidelines?
Basic information on it, yes.
You're familiar with some of the other forensic interview programs that Attorney Zachar mentioned to you?
Some of them, yes. I don't recall all the ones that he mentioned yesterday.
Do they all follow the basic structure?
I'm aware that WFIG does. Some of the other ones I'm not familiar with enough to say for sure.
Okay. Do they all involve the same type of questions, open-ended questions with children and funneling of questions to children?
Yes.
When I say funneling of questions to children, what do I mean?
Starting with open-ended or more broad questions and then working down to a more specific question.
And then you can also ask focus questions based on the information that a child provides. Is that right?
That is correct.
And is that to help orient the child to the topic that you wish to address?
That could be one of the reasons I would ask a more focused question, yes.
What could be another reason?
Just for clarification, maybe I didn't understand or don't know exactly what the child was trying to tell me, their age, developmental capacity. There could be lots of reasons that I might choose to use a more focused question.
One of the other lines of questionings that Attorney Zachar had for you dealt with the issue of coaching. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Children can be coached. Is that fair?
Yes.
And in the end of the second forensic interview of Major talked about being told by the defendant not to talk about what happened regarding Alexavier's leg. Is that correct?
Yes.
Being instructed not to talk about it.
Yes. I don't recall exactly at what point in the forensic interview he talked about that, but at one point he did mention that he was told not to talk about it.
Telling children not to talk about a topic to adults who are going to ask about that topic is a form of coaching. Is that correct?
It could be. As you heard in some of it, there were other times where he was told not to talk about something, particularly Alex's death. So there could be lots of reasons that a child is told not to or to talk about something.
When a child is making a disclosure, in your experience as a forensic interviewer, is a child taking into consideration their own safety oftentimes?
That they can be. That would be one of the things that we would look at or consider with a disclosure or not making a disclosure.
Can that be one of the reasons why a child may not initially disclose information but subsequently disclose additional information?
Yes.
If they are more sure that they are safe?
That could be a reason, yes.
I want to talk a little bit about demeanor because demeanor was brought up yesterday in those questions as well. You had an opportunity to observe in the first forensic interview of Major how Major interacted with you when he talked about Dad's home. Is that correct?
Correct.
And then you also had an opportunity to observe Major's demeanor when Major talked about life in the defendant's home. Is that also true?
That is correct.
Did you observe a change in demeanor when Major discussed life in the defendant's residence?
Judge, I'm going to object. This is awfully close to Hazeltine vouching.
Sustain.
It's just a discussion of demeanor, Your Honor.
Her observations of the jury saw the interview. They can make their own judgments.
Okay. The forensic interviews that you conducted in this case were conducted the Sunday after Alexavier's passing, is that correct?
Some of them were, yes.
Okay. And then there were some follow-up interviews.
Correct.
The follow-up interviews that were conducted were with Major and with Brantley, is that correct?
Yes. There were other children that were also interviewed after that Sunday.
Later on?
Yes.
Those were older children?
Yes.
You conducted interview of Brantley Pedrin on the Sunday after, correct? February 12th?
Correct.
And Araya Pedrin?
Correct.
You recognize those forensic interviews if they're played in court today?
Yes.
Okay, and then there was also a subsequent forensic interview conducted of Brantley Pedrin in November of 2023. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Okay. The subsequent interview of Brantley Pedrin that was done in November of 2023, that was relative to the original disclosure about the fall down the stairs as being the purported cause for Alexavier's fracture. Is that correct?
I believe that Brantley had given information to his dad at some point that was relevant to the fall. I don't know if there was other information shared or not.
And that was the purpose of that subsequent forensic interview of Brantley. Is that fair?
Yes.
And when we see the second forensic interview of Brantley, that is the major topic that you are discussing with him. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. I want to talk a little bit about verifiable events. What are verifiable events when you're conducting a forensic interview?
So that would be an event that a child might talk about that we would be able to corroborate or confirm through other sources, whether it be a parent, police reports, medical exams, things like that.
So an example of a verifiable event would be Derek being arrested the evening of February 10th, 2023.
Correct.
That's an event that law enforcement can corroborate.
Yes.
The death of Alexavier on the morning of February 11th would be another verifiable event.
Correct.
Or the taking of Alexavier to the hospital for a broken leg, that would be a verifiable event.
Yes, it would.
At the time that you conducted the forensic interviews of Brantley Pedrin, he was 5 years old originally, I believe, and then 6 years old in November. Does that sound correct?
That sounds correct, yes.
Okay. A child in the age of 5 to 6, can you talk a little bit about their ability for perceiving time and differentiating events time-wise?
Judge, objection, expert testimony, plus I don't think we can generalize that with any 5 or 6 year old.
What I'll allow her to testify to is whatever experience she had with 5 or 6 year olds.
Can you tell us a little bit about 5 or 6 year olds in general and their ability to perceive and differentiate time?
So my experience in forensic interviewing of children, especially early elementary age, is that they're able to kind of get to the who and the what, but when would be a very difficult time. And so we do try to orient them to time. So sometimes we will ask questions like, did that happen while you were in kindergarten or before Christmas, after Christmas? So we will attempt to use some more memorable events to help them be able to code that timing. But to expect a young child to be able to tell me, oh, that happened on, March 14th of 2008 is not something we would expect a child to be able to do of that age.
Can a child that young sometimes blend events together?
Yes.
Is that a common thing in your experience with a child that young?
I would say it's not uncommon.
With all of those questions, I'm going to ask that we now play the first forensic interview of Brantley Pedrin conducted on February 12th, 2023, Your Honor.
Subject to cross and subject to production under 90808.
Okay.
Exhibit number 62. Exhibit number 63 is a transcript of the same.
Come in here. It'll be your turn in just a few minutes, okay? Okay, come right in here. Can I have a seat right there, Brantley? Okay. Right here is fine. How are you doing today, Brantley? Myself, and I let you know my name was Danielle. So I'm going to leave it up here. Do you want to write your name up here, or do you want me to? All right, thank you, Brantley. How old are you? 5. Okay, I'm going to write that up here. All right. So, Brantley, do you go to school? Yeah, where do you go to school?
Hinton.
Hinton, okay.
Guess what?
What?
My brother died.
Okay. Do you want to tell me all about that? Yeah.
The police came and he was sleeping and then he died.
And then he died. Thank you for telling me that. I'm going to let you know a few things, and then we'll talk a little bit more about your brother dying. Is that there are some cameras in here that allow the team members that I work with to see and hear us today? What do you think about that? Yeah? Okay. So a little later, I might step out and check with my team. And that I want to make sure that I understand everything you say. So when we talk, sometimes I will write things down, or sometimes I will repeat things back to you. If I say or write anything wrong, I want you to correct me, okay? Okay. So how did you find out that your brother died?
My mom, the police told us to go in the living room, and my mom needed some air. She was hot, and then she said, my son died. Then that's it.
That's it. Where were you when that happened?
At my house.
At your house? Okay.
There's a firefighters and ambulances.
There was a firefighter and ambulances? Okay. What brother was it that died?
Alex.
Alex? Okay. So, where were you when the firefighters and the ambulance came?
At home, and when me and my mom come, and me and my sister Ryan, and me, and my mom came out, and we went to and auntie came, and then Gabe, then my grandma, then my grandma was crying, then the police told my grandma to stop, and then she didn't stop, then that's how it is.
That's how it is. Brantley, thank you so much for telling me that.
Welcome.
You said that Grandma and Gabe came?
My uncle.
Your
Gabe.
uncle. Your Uncle Gabe. Okay. So, who called the police and the ambulance?
They just came by themselves.
They just came by themselves? Okay. What were you doing before they came to your house?
I was going upstairs.
You were what upstairs?
I was going upstairs with my sister Raya.
You were going upstairs with your sister Raya. Okay. Where was Mom?
Still there.
Still there? Okay. What room was she in?
Upstairs.
Upstairs? Okay. Where was your brother Alex?
At the doctor.
At the doctor? Okay. So when you woke up in the morning, this was yesterday morning?
No, it was the next day morning.
It was the next day morning? Okay.
After tomorrow.
After tomorrow? Okay. So where did you sleep that night?
At my aunt's house.
At your aunt's house, okay. So if we go back 2 nights when you were still at your house, who was at the house that night when Alex was still alive? It was you and Alex and your mom?
And my sister.
And your sister? Okay, was anyone else there? No?
My dad went to jail.
Your dad went to jail? Okay, do you know what Dad went to jail for?
Why?
I don't know, I was asking.
Because he was not doing something wrong. He was just drinking liquor.
Oh, okay. Thanks. So he wasn't doing anything wrong, he was just drinking liquor. Okay. All right, so did Dad drink liquor often? Mm-hmm. How do you know when Dad drinks liquor?
I just watch him in the garage.
You just watch him in the garage? Okay. What does his liquor look like?
Beard.
Beard? Okay. All right, so Dad goes to jail. Did you see Dad go to jail? Did the cops come and get him?
No, he just needed him to text his boss, and then the cops just arrested him.
Okay, so he just needed to text his boss, and then the cops needed to arrest him at the jail? Okay, so Dad's gone, and it's you and Mom and your sister Raya and Alex and Jalen. Okay, so
And my sister's at, my brother's at, the doctor.
is that the doctor?
No.
No more, right. He's at the doctor now, but I'm wanting to go back to when Alex was alive and he was at the house. So Alex is alive and he's at the house. Dad's in jail. You and Mom and Raya. And is Jalen there? Okay, is anyone else at the house that night? When Alex is still alive? Major? Okay. Anyone else?
Zayden.
Zayden? Okay. So then Dad?
Yeah, he came back from jail.
He came back from jail. Okay. So when Alex is still alive, are you playing with him? What are you doing?
Playing with cars.
Play with cars. Okay. And what room are you in?
In Mom's room.
In Mom's room? Okay. And then
Who's she?
oh, right there it is. Yep. It kind of blends in, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. So the last night that you spent with Alex when he was alive. Mm-hmm. Did anything happen that night?
He steals.
He stealed?
Yeah.
What did he steal?
Chips.
Chips? Okay.
Hot Cheetos.
Hot Cheetos?
Takis.
And Takis? Okay. What happens when Alex steals?
He gets in trouble.
Okay. What does getting in trouble look like?
And kicked.
You get kicked? Okay. Who does the kicking?
What?
Who kicks?
My mom.
Your mom? Okay. And who does Mom kick?
Alex.
Alex? Okay. And where on Alex's body does Mom kick him? Right here? Okay. Does mom kick Alex one time, more than one time, or something else?
More than one time.
Okay. What does Alex, good catch. What does Alex do when mom kicks him?
He wins.
He whines? Okay. So, does mom do anything else besides kick Alex?
Yeah.
What does she do?
She hits him.
She hits him. What does she hit him with?
A paddle.
A paddle. What does the paddle look like?
A spoon.
A spoon? Okay. Do you know what color the spoon is? No? Okay. And then where is the spoon kept?
A secret place.
Where's that secret place?
In my brother Zayden's room.
In your brother Zayden's room? Okay. Where in Zayden's room?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Bradley, one of the things I forgot to do when we started talking was to talk about truth and lie. Do you know the difference between a truth and a lie?
Yeah.
Okay.
My brother does. Alex.
How does Alex know?
He's smarter than me.
He's smarter than me? Okay, that's okay. Thank you for letting me know you don't know. Bradley, if I said you were 5 years old, would that be the truth or a lie?
Truth.
Truth. If I said you're 20, would that be a truth or a lie?
Why?
A lie. Okay. And what happens if someone lies and an adult finds out about it?
What?
What happens if a kid lies and an adult finds out that the kid lied?
Get kicked and hit.
You get kicked and hit. Okay. And do you agree that what you talked with me about today will be the truth? Okay, thanks. All right, so you said that the spoon is in Zayden's room. Where in Zayden's room is it?
And a secret door.
In a secret door? Okay. Do you know where that secret door is? Okay, tell me all about it.
She put money in it. She put gold in it, and she put money. And she put some diamonds.
Diamonds? Okay. So money, and did you say a gun or gum?
Gun.
A gun. So money, gun, diamonds, and then the spoon are in that secret door? Okay. And that secret door is in Zayden's room?
Yeah.
Yep. Where in Zayden's room is it?
Closet.
In the closet? Okay. So inside the closet, there's another door? Or am I not understanding it correctly?
You're understanding it correctly.
Okay. And is there a lock on that door? Yeah?
The key's in it.
The key's in it? Okay. Does Dad know about that door? Does Dad know? Yeah, okay. Does Dad put anything in there? Okay.
He has a minigun and a big gun.
A minigun and a big gun? Okay. Alright, so then that last night that Alex was at the house and he was alive, he sold chips and Takis, is that correct? And then he got kicked and hit with the spoon. Where on Alex's body did he get hit with the spoon? Right here. Okay. And did you see that happen, hear it, or something else?
I hear it.
You heard it? Okay, what did you hear?
Hear him crying.
You heard him crying? Okay. What room was Alex in when that happened?
My room.
Your room?
My mom.
Oh, Mom's room. Thank you for correcting me. Was anyone else in Mom's room besides Mom and Alex?
Me and my sister Raya.
You and your sister Raya? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then, what happens after the hits and the kicks are done?
He cleans.
He cleans? What does he clean?
Dog.
Dog poop? Okay. How does Alex clean the dog poop?
Walks.
He walks, okay. And then what? After Alex...
He has a broken leg.
Oh, he has a broken leg? Okay. How did Alex break his leg?
He fought. My sister and I pushed him downstairs.
Your sister pushed him down the stairs? Okay. Was there anyone else around when Raya pushed him down the stairs? No. Okay. How do you know Raya pushed him down the stairs?
Because.
Because? Did someone tell you that Raya pushed him down the stairs? Did you see Raya push him down the stairs?
Yeah.
You saw it? Okay. So then that last night that Alex was alive, the hits and kicks are done. He cleans the dog poop, and he was walking, even though he had a broken leg. And then what happens?
That's all. That's it.
That's it? Okay. Did you go to bed that night? Did you go to sleep?
I had no sleep.
You had no sleep? Okay. What were you doing?
Watching Alex.
Watching Alex. What was Alex doing?
He turned me into a monster.
Okay, tell me all about that.
He drank poisonic water and then he turned into a monster.
He drank poisonic water and then he turned into a monster. Okay, where did the poisonic water come from?
Drain.
The drain. Okay. How did he get that?
Went outside.
Okay. All right. In the morning, when you woke up, where were you? What room were you in?
Upstairs.
Upstairs? Okay. Was anyone else in that room?
That's all it is.
That's all it is? Okay. Where was Alex?
In my room.
In Mom's room? Okay. Where does Alex usually sleep?
In my room.
In Mom's room? Where do you usually sleep?
In my room.
In Mom's room? How come you didn't sleep in Mom's room that night?
Because I sleep with my aunt.
You slept with your aunt, okay. Do you ever get hits or kicks from Mom? No? Does Mom do anything else to Alex?
No, that's it.
That's it? Okay. Are you allowed to eat whatever you want? Could Alex eat whatever he wanted? Okay. Are there any rules about ketchup? No. Okay. Oops. Does Dad ever give hits or kicks? What? No. Does Dad know that Mom gives hits and kicks?
No, she can do whatever she wants. No, she can do whatever she wants to them.
Okay. Why can she do whatever she wants to him?
She can.
She can? Okay. And does Dad know about that? Yeah. Okay. Trying to think. What else should I know about it?
Nothing else.
Nothing else?
That's it.
That's it? Okay. Did you see Alex before the ambulance came?
Yeah.
Yeah? What did he look like?
Looked like a monster.
He looked like a monster. Okay. Did Mom say anything to you about Alex?
No.
No? Okay, so when the ambulance and the fire people came,
The police came too.
the police came too. Thank you for letting me know that.
And the firefighter.
And the firefighters? Okay. Did any of them talk to you?
No.
No? Okay. Did you hear what Mom said?
No.
Okay. Did anyone talk to you about coming here today? Yes, who talked to you?
My grandma
Your grandma? What did she say?
said the police and firefighters and ambulance are coming.
Okay. What about before you came here today? Did anyone talk to you about coming here today?
Yes.
What did they say about coming here today?
Like Annie said we're going to a meeting.
Oh, okay. Did anyone tell you what to say when you came in here to talk to me?
No.
No? Okay, did you rip that off?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
That's it. Okay.
That's all.
That's all. I'm just thinking, was there anything I forgot to ask you about?
No.
Was anyone mean to Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah, who?
My sister Jane,
Your sister Jalen? What would Jalen do?
she kicked him
She kicked him? Okay.
in the private part.
In the private part?
She's 10.
She's 10. What did Alex do when Jalen kicked him in the private part?
She told Mom and she didn't, and Mom didn't care.
She told Mom and Mom didn't care? Okay. Does Jalen ever kick you? Shook your head no? Okay. Does Jalen ever kick Major? Does Jalen ever kick Zayden? Does Jalen kick Raya? No? Okay. Does Mom ever do anything to Alex besides hits and kicks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah? What's that?
she hits me.
She hits you? Okay.
And kicks me.
And kicks you? Where in your body does she hit you? Okay. When was the last time Mom hit you there?
Thursday.
Thursday? Okay. What did Mom hit you there with?
Nobody.
Okay.
I'm really tired.
You're really tired? Okay. Does Dad know that Mom hits you? Does Dad ever hit you? No. Okay. I'm trying to think. Anything else you haven't told me yet?
No.
No? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What's that?
My brother got kicked me.
Your
My
brother?
brother Major.
Brother Major kicked you? Okay. Where in your body did Major kick you?
I don't know.
In your mouth. How did that feel?
That.
Bad? Okay. Did you tell Mom or Dad that Major did that? No? Okay. Does anyone ever get choked at your house? Yeah? shook your head. Who gets choked?
Alex.
Alex. And who chokes Alex?
Mom.
Mom. Okay. What does Mom choke Alex with?
Her hand.
Her hand. Okay. You want to go by your auntie? Okay. I'm going to step out and check with the team. You can sit here and play, and I'll be back in a minute, okay? Thank you so much for waiting for me. I just have a couple more questions. All right, so you said that Alex was in Mom's room.
Yeah.
Okay, where in Mom's room was Alex?
And on the bed.
He was on the bed? Okay. Did Mom try to take Alex off the bed at all?
Yeah.
Yeah? Tell me about that.
She's been trying to make Alex get up.
She tried to make Alex get up? Okay. So Alex was on the bed. Okay. What did Mom do to try and make him get up?
Feed him biscuity.
Feed him biscotti? Okay. Did you see that, or did Mom tell you about it?
Mom told me about it.
Okay. You can look in there. They're dolls that we use as tools to help kids explain sometimes. So they're not toys, we use them for tools. And then you talked about the poison water. Tell me more about the poison water.
She put water in the drain and poisoning stuff.
Oh, who did that?
Um,
Good job.
my boy.
Your boy?
No, my boy.
Oh.
That's at school all the time.
Your bully that's at school all the time did that?
Yeah.
Okay. You said that Alex drank poisonic water that made him turn into a monster?
Yeah.
Yeah? What did the poisonic water look like?
Red water.
What was that?
What?
I just didn't understand. I apologize. What kind of water was it?
It was like Sprite water.
Like Sprite water?
Yeah.
Okay. And did that happen in real life, in your dream, or something else?
Real life.
Real life, okay. Who gave Alex the poisonic water?
He got it by himself.
He got it by himself? Okay, where was it?
In the drain.
In the drain?
Yeah.
Okay. And did Alex put it in a glass, a cup, or something else? Glass, what did the glass look like?
Minecraft.
Minecraft? Okay. Do you know where the Minecraft glass is now? Okay.
Hot.
Huh?
I'm hot.
You're hot? Okay. And has Alex ever drank the poisonic water before?
One time.
One time? Tell me about that time.
It was yesterday.
It was yesterday. Okay. All right. Well, I've asked you a lot of questions today, Brantley. Do you have any questions for me? Okay. Did you ever drink the poisonic water?
Yeah.
No? Did anyone else besides Alex ever drink it? Okay. I'll get the door for you. There you go.
Ms. Swedberg, was that a fair and accurate recording of your first forensic interview with Brantley Pedrin?
Yes.
Okay, I'd move that video of State's Exhibit 62 in evidence.
No objection.
Received.
The next video is about a half an hour. I don't know if we want to take a brief break or keep playing
Yeah,
with
why
the
don't we
video.
take a brief break this morning? We'll take about, as long as you need, about 10, 15 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, just, you can step down if you like. You can close the door, please. Just a quick.
Okay.
Thanks for the note. Oh, you actually said that on the note. Just so you know, I got a note from the state saying that the video of the child was being streamed by Court TV. Court TV can no longer stream this trial. They are kicked out. Channel 8 can continue on as long as they don't show the video of any children again. We have a court rule that says they can't, they are no longer allowed in this courtroom. Court TV, please back up and leave. As far as the rest of the trial, we'll see you back in 10, 15 minutes.